Hey guys, welcome back. How are you? I hope you are good and doing well. In this lecture, I am going to discuss a Ruby method, which is the step method, and we will use this step method to generate the numeric sequence of numbers. Okay, whether it can be integer or it can be float. Okay, but the main reason behind this lecture is not to discuss just the step method in Ruby or how it works, but the main reason is that how we can use minor things or little things to improve our code in a standard way, or how we can write a better and clean code. Okay, so right now you can see that this is my 8 time button. Okay, and when I click on this, it open a form in the bootstrap model. Okay, and when we go to the hours drop down, you can see that we are seeing this kind of drop down, and here the hours value are from 0.25 hours to 5 hours. Okay, and the implementation for this array I did like this. Okay, so here you can see that I defined this hours constant. Okay, and here I need to manually put the values here, and I put the values here from the range from 0.25 to 5.0. Okay, but what happened that if I need multiple hours here, like from 0.25 to 10 hours, because in such cases, in some scenarios, you can see that when you provide some task status, then you can log, let's say, 10 hours for a task or 8 hours for a task. Okay, so the simplest way is to, like, you can add more hours like 5.25, and then 5.50, 5.75, and 6.0, and so on. Okay, but this is not a good way or not a standard way and not a better way to do that, because you have to enter hours manually. Okay, instead we can use Ruby step method to achieve the same functionality. Okay, and how we can do that? So here you can see that we just need to define an empty constant. Okay, so here you can see that I defined an empty constant here, and now what I need to do, that I just need to provide the initial range is, let's say, 0.25 hours, 0.25, and then the final range, like to how much limit I want to generate the hour values. Okay, so let's say 10.0, this is my last limit. Okay, and now I need to use the step method. Okay, so dot step, and after what steps you want to create hours, let's say 0.25. Okay, and then here you need to provide a block. Okay, so here what you need to do, let's say, in this block you need to use a local variable which is n. Okay, and then you need to insert this n value into the hours constant. Okay, n. Okay, so basically what we are doing here, that here you can see that we just defined an empty constant which is the hours. Okay, and then we are providing the initial stage here, or the initial value, and then the final value, and we are stepping between the initial and final value by step 0.25. Okay, so it will generate a sequence of like 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, and it keeps adding the 0.25 value to the until the final value reached. Okay, so this is the step method that we can use to generate the numeric sequence, and here you can see that this code is much better than the code we originally have, that is like that. Okay, so we originally had this kind of hours status, sorry, hours constant. Okay, but this is not a good approach. Here we can make it like that, so it is much better and readable here. Okay, and even if you wish, you can define that in some method as well. Okay, so now we can save this and go to the browser and refresh the page. And now when you click on the 8 time, you can see that I have hours limits from 0.25 to 10.0. Okay, so now this is much better approach, and with a single line of code using step method, I can generate that long list of hours. Okay, I just need to provide, whenever you use step method, you just need to provide the initial range and the final range. Okay, and then the stepping value that you want to provide here. Okay, and it will create that numeric range for you, or numeric sequence for you. Okay, so just make sure whenever you need to create a numeric sequence, just to provide initial range, final range. Okay, and then the step value. Okay, and it will create a range for you. Okay, and in terms of development purpose, this is also better. Okay, because it provides much better readability and much advanced implementation to that hours array for my case. Okay, so this is for my case, but this is the very simplest thing I hope you understand that, and you can apply it based upon your requirements, okay, in your projects as well or in your task as well. Okay, so please try this lecture, and we will meet into some another lecture. Till then, tata, goodbye, take care, stay safe.